guys, it's Shay. Thank you so much for coming back to my video. I wanted to talk to you guys today about my breastfeeding journey. Sis, it's been a journey, it's been a struggle, it's been all the things. So if you want to know more about my journey, don't forget to subscribe. Let me know that you like the motherhood content by giving this video a thumbs up. And here we go. So when I first started breastfeeding, I had a home birth, so he latched on the first day. Not even an hour after he was born, everything was good. So I thought we had a good latch. I thought everything was good. And come to find out, he had jaundice. And he apparently had breast milk jaundice. So I was very self-conscious about my milk. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know if I was giving him raw milk. I didn't know what was going on. The doctors encouraged me to supplement with formula. And I will talk to you guys more about that later on in the video. But basically, I had a complete meltdown and I ended up giving in. He got rid of the jaundice and we got back on the breastfeeding journey. It was a lot because I was having like a lot of soreness and cracked nipples and just flaking skin, and I knew something wasn't right. And so I went to see a lactation consultant, and she pretty much told me that I may not have been using the right methods to kind of get my breast into his mouth. And when it was into his mouth, I was not holding him in the right position where I was comfortable and he was comfortable to make it an enjoyable experience for us. So with him not being latched on properly, and he was latched on, but I didn't know exactly how much of my breast to put in his mouth. He was like only on the edge, and that's what caused the cracking and the flaky skin. So I had already started pumping. I started pumping way too early, and I thought I was gonna have to go back to work. I didn't know that all this was gonna be going on in the world, and that my maternity leave was gonna be like extended forever. Like, sis, you're a stay-at-home mom now, you don't have a job. Anyway, I'm not talking about that. But yeah, so I basically was pumping and I was using a flange that was too big for my nipples. So I had stretched out my nipple by using this flange. So now I had to use the bigger size, but using the bigger size caused a lot of pain. And it was like pulling, the skin around my nipple. So like, here's the nipple. And then it was like pulling this skin in with it when it was pumping. Girl, it was a lot. I started bed nursing after that lactation appointment, and then talking to one of my best friends. I started bed nursing because that really helped my supply. That helped him get enough of what he needed. Me pumping and nursing, I was not going to get a lot anyway because a lot of my milk was not being stored for me to pump out. It was actually going into his system already. And so once I realized that I probably wasn't going to be going back to work, I started back nursing again, and we have had such a good experience with nursing. I nursed him throughout the night. I nursed him in the morning. I nursed him like right before his last nap. And sometimes I have to nurse him to sleep. But any other time during any other feedings, he is either getting my breast milk that has been pumped or he is getting donor milk. So I want to go ahead and talk about supplementing right now because I know I said I was going to talk about that later in the video. So I never like mixed the breast milk with the formula. I always just gave him the full bottle of formula, and he was fine with it. He didn't have any issues, so that was good. And that really helps me because my supply, I kind of messed up my supply with the pumping and the nursing, and like waiting too long in between both, like not wanting to wake him up, and just, not knowing a lot of things that I should have known, or I felt like I knew. I felt like I didn't have to ask. I felt like everything was going to be fine because I had the formula as a crutch. It kind of really messed up my supply. So right now I'm in the process of just trying to put him to the breast more and have a lot more skin to skin so that I can have the supply that is necessary to get him to my first goal, which is to get him breastfeeding for 6 months. Currently we have enough breast milk stored up between my milk and the donor milk to last him until he gets 5 months. So right now I'm just really trying to build up my stash whenever I'm not nursing. So I probably pump twice or 3 times a day at the max, just so I can get breast milk to last him and to add to his stash to when he gets 6 months. If I can continue on this journey, I will. I can't say it's been very hard, and I am gonna make it to my goal as far as him receiving breast milk up until 6 months. I don't know if I'm still gonna be nursing him by the time he's 6 months. I don't know if I'm gonna be pumping, nursing, whatever. I cannot tell you. That is exciting because you know, just being a breastfeeding mom, it's just a stigma about using formula and you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. But I'm here to tell you that whatever you have to do to make it easier on you and your baby, make sure that you do that, because your mental health is very important. The baby can feel your stress, he can feel defeat, he can feel your anger, you know. So just make sure that you keep that in mind when you're breastfeeding, that, you know, don't get too defeated. Don't beat yourself up. If you got to go throw out that milk because you don't feel like nursing at that moment, it's okay. Like, you're not a bad mom because you don't want to nurse him at that moment. Like, you know, I feel like having frozen milk or having a freezer stash or whatever is very convenient because, you know, you don't feel so attached to your baby all the time. So that's all I wanted to say about that. But some of the goodies that I've used that have helped me along the way has been some of the Medela products. So the Medela Soothy gel things that you put on your boob at the beginning. My lactation consultant told me about those and she gave me a pair to use. They last 24 hours. You wet them and they get cold, and it's like a gel substance, kind of like those eye masks that people put under their eyes that are made out of gel, and you just put them on there and it soothes, like, it calms you down. I also really enjoyed this Sensitive nipple cream. As you can tell, I'm almost out of this, and this is a lanolin cream, and some people cannot use lanolin. It's like latex or whatever, like it breaks out their skin. There is also a non-lanolin one that I do enjoy, and it is by the First Year's brand. It's called Nursing Care Lanolin Free Nipple Butter, and it's really good too. The consistency on this one kind of reminds me of the Medela Tender Care. I only had like a sample size of that, so I used up that one already, but I also like that one too. So if the Lancino one is too thick of a consistency for you, try the Medela brand if you like the lanolin inside your nipple butter. If you don't, this one by First Year's is really good. I can say that it is more watery out of all the three, so if you're looking for something that's really, really thin, use this, but it probably will not last you as long because I don't know, because I just started it and it was gifted to me. I also want to talk about my pump. So this pump I got through my insurance, and it's the Unimom pump, and it's a wireless pump. You can charge it up with your USB cord. You know, it's good to go. Like, the suction on it is really, really good. Like, the suction is better than my Spectra. I also have a Spectra, the one plugged into the wall. The good thing about the Spectra brand is that they are a closed system, so you can get them used or whatever and still use them, versus the Medela brand. Most of those are open systems, so you can't really reuse them or like buy them secondhand. I said that because I bought my Spectra secondhand at Goodwill, and it was basically brand new. It had brand new bottles, brand new tubing, brand new flanges, and everything. So I got lucky. I got that for like $5.99 from Goodwill. And if you guys don't know, that is a pretty expensive breast pump, but it is free with insurance. So I'm pretty sure somebody just got it through their insurance, stopped pumping, or wasn't interested in pumping and just sold it because it didn't look used at all. So I got lucky with that one. So I do use my Spectra mostly because that one is more comfortable for me. It just it doesn't pull as hard as the Unimom. So I can't say if you're looking for hella suction, like if you're looking for the bang for your buck, the Unimom does do it, and it is wireless. So I didn't have to pay anything extra with TRICARE, which is my insurance. So I would definitely recommend the Unimom or the Spectra. The Spectra also does have a wireless version of the breast pump that I have. When I do use my Spectra, I use the attachment that comes with these Kindy bags, and it's basically like you twist this off, you put attachment on top, and then you attach it to your flange, so it like hangs down. Instead of attaching a bottle to your breast pump accessories, you would just attach this bag. It's already in the bag. The only thing I can say about this is I don't really like the measurements on here. So even like if you open up the bag and like pour the milk in, the measurements are not right. So I usually have a bottle that I just use to store milk in the fridge. I just pour my milk into the bottle to measure it out, and then I'll write the measurement on there So then if I ever add more milk to this bag, or I combine bags, or whatever I do, then I know exactly how much is in there. And then I never freeze these until it gets all the way up to 6 ounces. And sometimes I never get to 6 ounces, so I just pour this into another bottle. But I've never been able to pump 5 or 6 ounces total, so I can't say that I'm like just enougher. I'm not like an oversupply person or anything like that. You know, I'm just grateful that I have enough milk to make sure that he is fed whenever I do nurse him, and then whenever I pump, I just collect that milk throughout the day, and that can last him for about 2 or 3 feedings. So I just go about it like that, and that pretty much wraps up my video as far as my breastfeeding journey. Like I said, I am going to continue to breastfeed him, and I'm just really enjoying it so far. I didn't know that I would. Like a few weeks ago, if you would have asked me how's breastfeeding, we wouldn't have been making this video, because I would have been done. So you know, with a lot of encouragement, stay on this breastfeeding journey, but they have really helped me as well. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Leave a comment down below and let me know how your breastfeeding journey is. If you are pregnant right now, let me know if you have breastfed before, or if you are planning on breastfeeding. And if you want to chat, and if you have any questions about anything that I mentioned down in this video, let me know, girl. Subscribe so you won't miss any other motherhood videos from the girl, okay? Because we is a mama now. We out here. So I'll talk to you guys in the next video. If you guys hear my husband in the background, it's, you know, he doing his thing because it's the weekend and we quarantine. So I'm gonna let him do his thing. He let me do his thing and my thing. So hopefully I'm talking loud enough so it can like overshadow whatever you got going on over there. But I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.